While Democrats in Congress this week are trying to pass a relief bill to help Americans who are very much in need of aid, Republicans were focused on other issues. No, not the attack on our Capitol or getting aid to people who need it, but Dr. Seuss. That's right. After the estate of Dr. Seuss announced that they would stop publishing 6 of his books due to racist and insensitive imagery, Republicans used their words to attack the left and condemn cancel culture. Republicans like Congressman Kevin McCarthy feigned outrage on the House floor, while Senator Marco Rubio took to Twitter and Congressman Jim Jordan demanded a hearing to address the, quote, dangerous trend of silencing and censoring certain political speech. Reminder, the decision to stop publishing 6 of Seuss' lesser-known books was a decision the estate made. No one was canceled at all, but that's not stopping the right from manufacturing a crisis while the rest of the country is dealing with several real ones. Joining our conversation is Kurt Bardella, former spokesman for the House Oversight Committee, and Brittany Packnett Cunningham is back with us. Brittany, I want to start with you. When I think of cancel culture, when I think of people who have been canceled, it seems to primarily be conservatives doing that to people on the left. I think of Colin Kaepernick. I think of the United States versus Billie Holiday. Even when you hear Bill Maher, who really isn't a liberal, he's a libertarian, complaining about cancel culture, the last time he got canceled was 20 years ago because conservatives didn't like what he had to say. Am I just missing history here, or is there some long history of the woke left pushing conservatives out of their jobs for political speech?
You know what, Jason? I'm going to say something really controversial. I'm going to admit it live on air that I, a progressive, believe in cancel culture because I want to cancel student loan debt. I know it's wild to believe, but I want to cancel wealth inequality. I want to cancel this offensively low minimum wage. I want to cancel police violence. I want to cancel all of the injustice that the Republican Party continues to benefit from. And it's because they benefit from it that they want to distract us with this, like you said, manufactured war on culture. They want to create that out of thin air so that we're not focused on how they are robbing us hand over fist. So yes, I admit it. I fully believe in cancel culture because I want to cancel the things that actually harm us.
You heard it here, Twitter. Now we have to go after her.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.